their dream of going to college. But despite students' unwavering desire for progress, they still feel lost and powerless, making the need for support greater than ever. And that means it's time to hacer more. Go further like Katia Acheserata. Apply to the McDonald's Hacer National Scholarship. Since 1985, McDonald's has given away more than $33 million in scholarships. Win a scholarship up to 100K. McDonald's is giving away 500K in scholarships this year. You can win one of the 30 scholarships. To apply, go to McDonald's Hacer National Scholarships website. Visit mcdonalds.com/hacer. That's mcdonalds.com/hacer.
Hey, it's Kevin Hart with my friend Catherine O'Hara.
Tis I.
And we're cash backing on our entire holiday gift list with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
We are. How about cologne for Jack?
You know what? That's cash backing and it's in the air.
Ooh, and I love this scarf for Barbara.
And I love the cash backing.
Ooh, focus on the giving, Kev.
And one more on the list. Somebody named Kev.
Kevin!
Yes! How do you cash back? Learn more at chasefreedom.com. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
It's your boy. Lucky. Let's go. Check. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. From money making Manhattan.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Rick Gage. Today I'm joined by my brother, of course, Benny Banks.
In the building.
That's twice I put my hand in your face. Chris Books.
In the building too. What's up?
Love it. And today we are joined by none other than very funny Mr. Nueva York.
Oh, woo! Oh,
Yeah, wow!
oh my
Hey,
God.
wow!
Oh, wow. Hey, cualquiera que lo oye thinks the room is
There's
full
like
of people.
70 people in here. It is
Yeah,
jam-packed.
Chara, it's
So-
six guy here. 6 people. I say para de bolsa.
There's like 20 people here in the room. They don't fit.
Can we
had
curse
to-
here?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can say whatever you
You
want.
say whatever you want.
I'm not gonna offend anybody.
Ours is explicit.
Okay. All right. Good.
So Mr. Nueva York. By the way, Nueva York, how did you take that name?
How did the name Nueva York come
Yeah.
from? The name Mr. Nueva York came from a movie, a Dominican movie, very Dominican movie, starring Luisito Martin,
cool.
Balbuena en Nueva York. So Balbuena en Nueva York se trata of his chronicles of being in DR, getting his visa, and then coming to New York and navigating what Nueva York is, like the city of New York and the
I fucking love that.
yeah, like the situations he would get into, you know, trying to navigate what New York is was hilarious.
a little bit
Trap
of
me, I was
English
just like,
that
Yo te exploto, Fellito.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Like my favorite scene is him in the airport, and he's talking to the customs guy, and then yo me lo estoy comiendo el inglés aquí, but he's not speaking a lick of English. But for him, like,
Yeah.
so Mr. Nueva York came from there. I took New York and then just Dominicanized it, put the L at the end of it. I'm Mr. Nueva York because Nueva York is what everybody is, how all the Latinos refer to New
Yeah.
York. It's called
Yeah.
Nueva York. Yo
Right,
para
yeah,
Nueva York.
yeah.
And then I feel like, yo, I represent New York, which is the melting pot. Yo soy Mr. Nueva York.
So I don't think anybody's asked you this in any part. What's your actual name though?
John.
John. So
Oh, damn.
breaking
John.
news
It's
John.
on
Yeah,
the Rick
it's-
K show. His name. I thought it was something like, you know,
Feliberto,
Rigoberto,
Before this shit,
Joselito,
Horacio.
Miguel.
Diablo.
No, it's John.
I'm outies.
It's plain because my mom, she had me here, and, she had me here in New York, and she wanted me to have an American name, and what more American than John?
John Smith.
John Smith.
But you got cousins
that your
that
last
call
name,
you Juan.
No, not my cousins, because I tell them, like, yo, it's not Juan, it's John, so they know. But, like, anybody outside, like, outside my family, they'll call me Juan. It's fine, whatever. But
Juan.
it's John, John, John.
So there was a sequel to Nueva Yo, it's Nueva Yo 3.
Mm-hmm. He
Would
skipped
you
the second one because the sequels
Was
nunca
never
sirven.
good. So would you consider taking that on and just like as a future project, maybe doing
that would be crazy.
Nueva Yo 2?
Wow. No, and yo, cut the camera. I don't want to give this motherfucker credit. Nueva York 2 coming with Mr. Nueva
There you
York.
go.
I'm gonna fill that gap. No, do you guys want like
trademark
licensing, like whatever?
No,
I'll give you
good.
guys a
It's
little.
just something I was
I'll give you a
sitting.
I'll give you a cameo.
Yo, a producer credit.
Yeah, producer credit.
I'll be Feito's son in the next one.
That works.
So
A little residual income. I don't mind.
I was watching one of your, because you've been on a couple podcasts already. There was one where you were talking about the name, but I don't think they ever asked you what's your actual name.
No,
So when
nobody
you
cares.
mentioned Luisito Marti, I was like, oh shit, this is 1995 though. So how old, as a little kid, like how old were you when it came out?
I didn't watch it when it came out. I didn't go to the movies when I was 6 years old.
Obviously, because
The fuck? Yo la queda pa ver Nueva York.
I don't know what the fuck you
Like,
talking.
where's your mom, kid?
I saw that shit on bootleg in my grandma's
So
house.
I'm gonna tell you how I got that movie in my hands. My uncle le habían dado visa, right? Entonces, when the first family member comes to New York, everybody that comes after them comes to that house until they get on their feet.
Yeah.
So my aunt's house was that house. Like we all lived in my aunt's house. So vino a mi tío le habían dado visa, él vino. When he gets there, la maleta tiene de dulce, de guayaba, queso. Like back in the day when they allowed 70 pounds in maletas, the maleta used to come smelling like fish because they would wrap. I'm like, yo,
fucking kill
wrap
the
up
fish.
what the hell you bringing in
Whatever's near. Just
there? They
grab
wouldn't
that
bring
shit.
clothes, just mad newspaper and shit. Like hasta los tenis lo envolvían in newspaper. Like so. Anyways, he brought the maleta, he opened it, and then like back in the days, we had CDs, right?
Yeah.
CDs, DVDs, and they would lo guardaban en carpeta. Like you would have to like flip the pages to find the CD.
Yeah, it's not like now where you got like a little iPod.
It's all digital.
Yeah.
So he had one of those, and I took that, right? And I was skimming through it, and eso fue lo que me llamó la atención. The picture on that CD, which was Luisito Martin with his Kangol hat
with the little
to the side, and the pig,
and the red tank top.
And I identified that because I've always been in love with like the
Kangol
culture,
hats?
with Dominican culture. So he represented that. When I saw that, I'm like, yo, this is it. I want to dive into this. I want to see what this is about. So I popped it in. And that's how I saw the movie. We had back in the day we had like a little 5-inch TV, and then it had the built-in DVD on the bottom.
The combo.
Yes. I had one, and then I
shit.
just put it in there and then watched it. And then that's when I fell in love. But like, yo siempre ha sido like, everybody would ask. Like my family thought I was weird because I wouldn't listen to hip hop or I wasn't taken up on the American culture. Lo mío era bachata clásica. Luis Segura, like,
cool.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Yeah, that was bachata. And then my brothers would listen to Lil Wayne and Ja Rule and 50 Cent and G Unit and Candy Shop and all that shit. And lo mío era bachata y merengue. Sergio Vargas.
So
that's
let
my
me
mom's
ask, how old were you when you came to the U.S.?
I was born here.
Dude.
I'm just saying the
just
character.
No, I'm gonna tell. Yeah, listen.
So,
the character, Mr. Nueva York was born in DR. Like, yo, in my past life. In my past life, I was born in DR. I wish I was born in DR. I love the culture so much, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've always been surrounded. Like, that's my mom, my dad, my grandma, my whole family. Like, that's what I was. Because when they come to New York, they don't instantly switch over to being American. They bring what they have over there.
Of course.
Like their ideologies and their cultures and their the way they talk, the way they move, the way they talk to people, the way they interact.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with that. Like while other people were trying to hide it, I was trying to embrace it and dig more and educate. Like I was trying to, this is interesting to me. Like what's up? Like cuando hablaban vaina de vaca y de chivo, I was like, yo, for real? Like y'all got that over there? Yo, over here we see rats on the fucking trains. Y'all got fucking horses in the backyard. You could reach out the window and grab a mango from the tree.
Yeah.
That's sick to me. So I'm sorry. The original question was.
No, I don't even remember.
No, it was. At what age you came? But obviously,
at what age did I come here?
But you were born
I
here.
was born here. I was born in Elmhurst Hospital.
Elmhurst Hospital.
Yeah, in
Queens.
Queens. Yeah, in Queens.
So you're a Queens Dominican.
Shout out.
Not from the Heights.
Yeah, not from the Heights. No.
Damn.
Which is cool.
But it's cool though. It's cool. I live in Queens now, so it's
Hold on, you used to chill in the Heights though, right?
I'm recently chilling in the Heights.
Recently?
Yeah, recently. I was always Corona Queens.
Nah, Corona got mad Dominicans.
Yeah, I was always Corona Queens. On Roosevelt Avenue, like 111, por ahí, Jackson Heights. Like
that whole area.
I thought that was like Colombians. And
it is now. It's more now.
It's kind of like 113th in Harlem.
Yeah, but you could find like every other block. You could find your people.
Yeah.
Fat ass Dominican chicks.
So you mentioned bachata. I just want to say rest in peace, Yos Casaranta.
Oh man, come on, don't bring him. I'm gonna cry.
I'm sorry.
The
guy was a legend. A lot of hits. Aquí Moquito, we're
I
in the
know.
Heights, so don't worry about
once
it.
you showed up.
But these are like gang mosquitoes. They're not like Dominican
Yo, they
mosquitoes.
fucking smacking you in the face and shit.
So, what part of DR is your family from?
We're from Bani. We're from the south of DR. De donde son los mejores mangos.
That's true.
Bani.
De Bani from the south.
One mangoes, there you go.
Yeah, like people when you say Bani, people. I'm from a campo in Bani called Palmar de Coa. Next to Palmar de Coa is Villa Fundación, which a lot of people from this area are more familiar with.
Okay.
So that's where I'm from.
Well, I'm from a campo too. I'm from La Ermita in Moca. So it's literally like when I was a kid.
By the way, that's La Ermita.
La Ermita.
But Rick is from the campo, so he says La Ermita.
La Ermita.
But I always thought it was La Ermita.
La Ermita.
No, it's La Ermita. And I actually was one of those kids where I actually went to a fountain and walked a mile to get water from a freaking thing. So it's like a real.
You were born over there?
I was born here, but I was raised over there.
Oh, okay.
So it's weird. And then when people look at me, you Dominican? Get the fuck out of here. No, you're not.
Fucking Irish.
I thought he was gonna bring me a bandeja paisa when I walked in. He gonna take my order.
Yo,
I get that.
You been to Banito?
Yeah. When I was from the age when I was born till 2, I was there every month. You know, la gente, the babies don't pay.
And every summer.
Babies don't pay to fly till 2. And then after that, I would go like every summer. And then, you know, when I got into my teens, like it dwindled down like every 2 years. So I was always in DR.
So you grew up in Queens. You guys have another question before I go to my next one?
We're going to say some shit right now.
This is the fucking Rick H. show.
Excuse me, he talking to you. What the fuck? Oh, esta muchacha, esta gente.
So let me ask you, the accent, first of all. When you did the video, the smartest thing you ever did was take that and like try to flip it. Because people see it as a negative, but you try to see it
Yes.
I have shown skits of you to other people where they're Dominican and they feel like you're making fun of the accent.
I get that.
So, what do you say to those people?
I get that. So, I'm glad you pick up on the fact that I'm trying to make it mainstream and reverse it and make it popular and glorify it and not put it in a negative light. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So, you're telling me I'm going to go on Instagram and trying to blow up, like bashing my own people? That's definitely not what I'm trying to do. So, when I was... I first learned my first English word at the age of 6, 7, even though I was born here.
Oh shit!
When I went into school,
because the family's gonna talk to you in Spanish, and then they put you in the bilingual classes.
Exactly. I was in ESL. My first English word, I learned it in school. That's me. That's who I am. Like that's more me than English speaking me now. Like because my mom still talks with a broken English. My grandma, she don't know a lick of English, but she tries.
Yeah.
So like. I'm trying to, my mission is, right? When I figure that people resonate with my accent on social media, my mission has now pivoted to, let me make this popular. Let me make people not be embarrassed of the accent. Because I've said this a lot of times, people would rather take F's in speech class than go up and talk in front of the class because of their accent. Yo, the sexiest thing to me, like my number one turn on is somebody's accent.
So what accent? Now that
What's
you
the
mentioned
sexiest
that.
accent?
What's the sexiest
Any
accent?
bro, any accent.
The
So-
Colombian, the
Well,
European,
Colombia's
or
on another level. Like, I've been on the verge of proposing to a few Colombians just based on their accent. So like I've always been cognizant of the fact that people talk different. So in middle school, the first dialect and accent that intrigued me was the Jamaican accent. I was like, yo,
That's an exotic one.
This is so sexy. Like, yo, can you say that again? Yeah, wagwan, my you don't know. Me have to come round, me have to bust your ass. Oh,
Mayo.
yes, yo, I took that in. I went home. I started doing my research. I went on YouTube. I typed in Jamaica. Like, what's this about? Like, I started watching reggae dance videos, like them jumping off the tables and shit. Like, dagger, dagger upon dagger.
Yo, you know what's interesting though? That I feel like Jamaican culture. If you look at like Jamaican culture, Dominican culture, there's a lot of like similarities.
Yeah.
Like
it's a gray area.
There's like I feel like I always said. So I lived in LA for a little while. I always said that to people like, yo, the way Dominicans speak Spanish is like Dominican Spanish is to regular Spanish, but Jamaican English is to regular English.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we speak like a Creole version of Spanish. So I think that's good.
So that like I was always fascinated by accents. So when and then growing up, I went from Jamaican to Russian to like cause
Russian.
To Russian because it's just so sexy. Like it's nothing more boring than we're all talking the same the same monotone like constant flat.
What are you
line.
talking about, John? It's very exciting to talk in English.
Yeah, exactly. That's boring. That's whack as fuck. Like, give me a little sazon, like. So what I'm trying to do is like, yo, if Papi on Instagram can talk like that and it's funny and it's cool and everybody's flowing to it, then I don't have a problem, talking the way I do. Yeah. And to the people that say that I'm making fun of them, yo, hit my DM. What's good? No, I'm just playing. I am not. Please don't. I'm a little bitch.
Don't.
Now that you're talking about like hit my DM,
come see him.
No,
See him on the
Listen,
DM.
I am not confrontational.
I did get some questions. One of them was, how tall are you?
I am 6'5".
Yeah,
6'5".
Yeah.
So that question came from XX Justed Ward XX.
Shout out XX Justice Ward.
DJ Dari 1 wants to know cuáles son los tres padres de la patria. That was
shit, he's trying to hit you with history.
I know one, Juan Pablo Duarte. I could tell you about la hermana Mirabal.
Let's go.
I a little here and there.
It's Duarte Sanchez y Mella, but I don't know. Okay. The other one is, are you really good at basketball?
I wouldn't say I'm really good, but I'm good enough. Like all I gotta do really is just stay in the paint and you pass me the ball and I'll.
You're
like
6'5", bro. Any pickup game you're taking, people are like, yo, you're
the answer to that
get
shit
the
is
rebound.
Yeah.
Yes, bro, I'm nice.
So I wouldn't say I'm nice because like see me toca dribble, like you can take the ball easy away from me. See me toca do some crossover, I'm a crossover
but
myself.
That's not your game though. Like
that's not me. I'll stay, I'll lounge around the paint under the basket.
You too big to be out there.
Toss me the ball once in a while.
Yeah.
Like my man's like he would tell you like, oh, that's all I do. I hover around the rim.
Shout out to VO13
Oof.
Films. Victor's in the building.
Yo,
by
my
the way.
brother.
Shout out
Victor
Victor
13 Films.
So
My
Jeffrey,
right-hand man.
156. I guess you want
Jeffrey?
El Jeffrey.
El Jeffrey, that's his nickname.
So
That's
él
alright.
no ha sacado una canción todo año, entonces él resucitó.
If you're good in basketball,
Wow.
that's what he wanted to know.
And Jeffrey's playing basketball now? What's going
I
on?
guess.
Shout out Jeffrey.
There was another question: is how do you feel like doing the skits and knowing that people love it? Like, do you enjoy doing it? I don't know the person's name because unfortunately it's only
So
24
you lying.
hours.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. It's
You're
only
a
24
liar.
hours
You're lying.
and it disappeared.
You're
So
lying.
the question was, do you enjoy doing the skits and the Instagram videos, knowing that people love it and accept it?
That's the only reason I do it, to tell you the truth. When you ask people what's your goal, what are you trying to do with this, they'll give you an answer. I'm trying to make it to Hollywood. I'm trying to get on a social media platform like BuzzFeed or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those goals. I'm not doing this to amount to anything, and that might sound kind of like, so what the fuck are you doing with your life? But I'm doing it, and whatever opportunities and whatever doors open, I'll take it, right? But I'm not taking one path. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, my absolute and ultimate goal is to end up in Hollywood or in el cine dominicano or be the #1 stand-up comedian. which I also do, by the way. I do stand-up comedy.
I was gonna get into that, but
that's not me. Like, I'm doing this because it is kind of selfish, because I do it because it makes me happy making other people happy. Like, when I'm feeling down, I know that if I tell you a joke and you laugh, that's gonna make me feel good.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever feeling down, I'll surround myself with people. I'll tell a few jokes. I'll joke around. I'll fuck around a little bit. And by you guys, smiling and laughing at because of me, that makes me happy.
Gotcha.
So when I put up my first Instagram, that I got the first few emojis of oh shit, we didn't know, you funny, keep it up. That's what has kept me going and fueling me. And every day it grows more, and the love grows stronger. And there are I want to say 2 or 3 negative comments a week. So I think I'm doing pretty good as far as.
Do you read all of them?
Yo, that's it.
I try. Yo, I be getting 600-700 comments. Like, it's hard. And then I try to like every single one of them, but Instagram blocks you after 20 likes.
Really? Yeah, that's retarded.
Yeah, after 20 likes in a row, you can't like anymore. So by the time I go back to the post, I've already posted something else, and that's already accumulated comments. So it's kind of hard to keep track. But again, I do try to keep track of everybody and show everybody love and stay. I have 400 DMs I have to get to answer to people.
And they also block you if you follow too many people at the same time.
Yeah,
if I added 25 people.
If you do a lot of the repetitive things,
because they think you're a bot. But that's retarded. They should do away with it, because if it's an active account where somebody's actually engaging.
I wish I could do unlimited likes and comments or whatever, but I can't, And by the time that it refreshes, that I'm already on to the next video, on to the next thing.
So what are some people that have liked your stuff? If you don't want to say the name, you don't have to. But some people I know Cardi has seen some of your stuff.
I don't know that to be true.
Cardi has seen some of your stuff. I don't know if she's reached out or anything like that.
She has not. She has not.
What's up, Cardi? Reach out, Cardi.
Cardi B.
She's from the Heights.
We know she listens to our shit, so
yeah.
I don't know about that. We're not on the radar yet.
She got other things to worry about.
She got other things to worry about. But there's people somebody that you look at oh man, this person likes my stuff. That's crazy.
The first person that I think reached out and liked my stuff was Alex Sensation. When I first started, I saw a blue check in my DM. I was like, what the fuck? It was Alex Sensation.
You get all the hoes right there.
No, I'm faithful to a few hoes.
A few hoes.
No, I'm faithful to my girl. Baby, I love you.
It's just a character.
Let's see if you're really faithful. ¿Cómo se llama?
No, I can't say that. I can't say that. So that brings me to another point. Now that my Instagram is not a personal Instagram, it's not I can't expose my personal life.
Yeah.
Because if I put up my girl or my daughter and then people catch her on the street by herself, there are psychos out there. I don't want her to endure that. I get it enough as it is. I don't want her to have to go through that by herself with my daughter.
What about Chuleta? Will you put more pictures of
Chuleta? Damn. So Chuleta, they sold Chuleta, man.
Oh, man.
So Chuleta, I fell in love with Chuleta. Chuleta lived in a pet store in New Jersey. I walked in the store. I saw Chuleta. I fell in love. I'm like, yo, this is hometown right here. This is the motherland. I need this pig. I need Chuleta. And then so I was talking to him yo, what does it take to keep keep a pig alive?
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, well, first of all, you got to figure out if pigs are illegal where you live. So I was like, what the fuck? So then I went on, I hopped on my phone right away. I'm like, yo, are pigs legal in New York City?
Certain spots in New York won't allow. You gotta live in Long Island. I know somebody who has a pig, lives in Long Island.
Yeah, depending on your zone. So unfortunately, where I live, they won't allow pigs.
BX don't allow pigs.
No, so I would go, I would go once a week because they would have them in the cage, in the pet shop. So I would go once a week to yo, what's up, Chuleta?
We need to reunite Mr. Nueva Yo with Chuleta.
Yo, Chuleta, if you were the person that bought Chuleta,
please.
Or Chuleta, if you're watching
DM him and his 700 DMs.
I would like to come.
But put Chuleta in cap letter. He'll know.
I'll know. I'll come out and visit Chuleta. And then I walk in one day after the New Year, and he was gone. They had sold him.
They had sold him?
Yeah.
Damn.
So another breaking news. Chuleta is sold.
Chuleta's gone. He's not.
So what about Udelki? Did she give you the EBT card
back? Fuck Udelki. Fuck that bitch, yo. Every guy, every Dominican guy deals with a Udelki.
Hell yeah.
She comes to your life, she te vende un sueño, she fucks your shit up, she leaves y te deja ti loco.
God damn.
But for a Udelki that's here, there's a bunch of chicks in DR that are worse. So
that's not true.
What?
The same
women
chicks
from
that
my country are beautiful.
Bro, the same chicks
I'm not. I don't mean to be speak negative.
Those type of
the
girls
same
everywhere.
chicks are here.
Udelki
The
is
same
one of
girls
a
from
kind.
DR are
Udelki
here,
is one
bro.
of a kind.
Udelki is one of a kind. Like, she'll fuck your life.
So what attracted you to Udelki?
Eso mismo, que ella es una mala. Eso me. Ella me hacía pico botella.
Udelki is real.
Shout out
I would like to get a Udelki guest spot one day.
Nah.
Maybe we could get her. So you also mentioned stand-up comedy is what you actually do. That's your passion.
Yeah.
You just happen like your videos popped off and people, which is
I've
funny as
gravitated-
hell,
yeah,
by the
people
way.
gravitated to the videos now, and
I don't
I'm
know you
giving
did
that.
stand up. When did you start doing that shit?
I started doing stand up about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like I did my first stand up. I did it before I put up my first Papi video.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So because I know that that's your original thing. Who were some people like? For me, it's like Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy in the '80s.
It's not
past
Martin
the '80s. Who were some comedians you?
What are you talking about?
Comedians I looked up to
Martin Lawrence,
in the American market were Cat Williams, Michael Blackson, Ari Spears, Jerry Seinfeld. Those were in the American market. But what made me like fall in love with like a fan, not Boca Piano, Raymond Pozo, Tubérculo Gourmet.
Tubérculo Gourmet, yes.
That's what made me fall in love. Like he would be a one man show. Like he would have all that camera time, and
we talking Dominican comedians right now.
With a green screen with a sancocho in the picture, like just saying wild shit. And then I was like, yo, like I was a fan. I would never in a million years thought I would be telling jokes, as a stand-up comic, but hey, here we are.
So do you do your character also in the stand-up?
I've now recently started to implement him more and more, Mr. Nueva Yo, Papi, into my stand-up.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, like when I first started doing stand-up, no, I would just talk about Dominican shit, like
Dominican
growing
culture,
up, growing up Dominican, basically.
Is there other topics you cover, like besides the Papi? Because now you got a lot of notoriety. So you're gonna have people that are gonna wanna, oh my god, I need to see if he's just Papi all the time. Like, I don't mean to put Justin on. Justin was our cameraman, the greatest.
Hey, Justin.
In the business.
What's up, Justin?
Producer too.
Shout out Justin.
He was not aware that you do not talk with that accent.
No.
That
like breaking news, people. I speak English.
I don't know.
Like that accent is because a veces se me sale.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm not speaking regular English 100%. Like if me and you are having a conversation for an hour, you're gonna hear Papi come out. Like that's me. It's just that I put a magnifying glass on it in my videos to show people what it was like growing up and to kind of again show people that having an accent is cool.
So
I feel like it's authentic, yo, because like even though the accent is not the way you speak normally, like I feel it's not like fake. Like
I'm not forcing it at all.
Like that shit is always sound natural.
It's legit. That's why I think the authenticity of the accent and the character, people relate to it.
People resonate. I have people hitting me up from DR hitting me up like, yo, that's crazy.
Like my dad only speaks Spanish. He knows a little bit of English and he talks like that with the accent.
Very broken.
My brother.
Shout out Nano.
Yeah.
Shout out Pops. My brother does not liking he doesn't respond to my father in Spanish.
I only speak to my father in English. And he only talks back to me in
Spanish. So it's like if you do not know one of the languages, you're fucked up in the game.
Well,
so he understands the English and you understand the Spanish?
He understands the English.
Completely,
I understand
100%.
100%.
What the?
But I speak to him in English.
Yo,
he
Pops,
speaks
come
to me
pick
in
me up.
Spanish.
I'm right here.
That's confusing as shit.
See, yo voy para allá. 5 minutos.
Also,
He's been here for like 30 plus years and he still cannot.
They refuse.
Yeah.
They refuse to learn
They
the language. They refuse to take lessons. But you can't tell them that they don't know English. Like if they need to talk English, para defenderse.
He's like, I could defend myself. But the thing is, that's the beauty of the Papi character. Like, I can show it to my dad, and my dad can be like, "Oh shit, that's funny," but so it's okay for me to talk like that. And you said this once before. You were like, people that talk with an accent sometimes they're scared to talk English because they feel like they don't want to be. You know, when I talk Spanish, in my household they'll correct me, and it makes you feel a certain way. And if somebody who doesn't know English that well and speaks with the accent, they're gonna get that correction, and I think that demoralizes them even more. So that's why they're afraid to do it.
They're afraid to get ridiculed.
Yeah.
I was like when I first got into school and I was told to shut the fuck up because people don't understand what I was saying.
That's crazy.
And then that would fuel me more to talk more with an accent. Like yo, that shit gets you mad. Atiende ahora.
So you stand-up comedy. You recently, you guys started doing comedy in a house in the Bronx recently?
My first stand-up was in Yonkers Comedy Club.
Okay.
That was my first time on stage. But recently we found a nice little house. It's a house. You know, grandma lives on the first floor. There's a family living on the third. And in the basement, this guy named Bonilla, he started a theater in the basement. Like, he decked it out. He has a stage on there. He built a theater called La Casa Cultural de Navarrete, along with Barcelosito. I don't know if you guys know what along with him, they opened a sub brand called Latinos Comedy Club. So now we're trying to like turn that into a nice little, you know, neighborhood stand-up comedy.
And that's in the Bronx?
That's in the Bronx, yeah,
Yo,
off of
dope.
Melrose.
And what days do you guys do shows there?
It depends. We could do shows 2-3 times a month. We don't have, you know, a schedule like every Tuesday or not right now, no.
So when I first heard the concept, I was like, that's dope, because if you ask any real comedian, they'll tell you, I made my chops at underground comedy in the Village. So you're in a basement and you're doing comedy, so that's like where you're cutting
It's
your
raw,
teeth.
yeah.
It's raw.
It adds a nice little raw piece to the what is the Papi path.
How do you get the audience there?
Oh man, so in the beginning it was hard. So in the beginning, like I had 4,000 followers, 5,000 followers. So I would put it up, nobody gave a fuck. Like, who shut the fuck up. So back then, to fill houses, we would print the tickets and then go outside, like stand by train station. When people would exit the train station and be like, "Yo, there's a comedy show down the block," or by the bus, or we would go on the street, or we would put up flyers, like, "Yo, there's," you know, we would get a few.
Whole street team.
Yeah, like we would.
CDs and
exactly. Like, yo, there's a comedy
Take my
show.
mixtape.
It's in Spanish. Like, yo, the comedy show, the first Spanish comedy show in the Bronx or whatever. That's how we would market it. But now, like, I would put up a post and I would have to take it down because it sells out. Because in the spot is only 70 people per show because of, you know, fire law or whatever. So I put it up, sells out. I take the post down, and then recently we had to open up 2 dates because the first day sold out so quick that we opened up the following day. That one didn't sell out, but you know, the fact that we had to open up a second day was cool. Yeah. So I mean,
that shows that things are moving.
Yeah. Like,
so
people are interested.
What's the? I know you don't like talking about. What's next? People ask you, "Oh, what's next? What do you want to do with this? Where do you want to take this?" And I think that's a tough question. But
do you got any projects that you're working on?
I have a few. Most recently, we're working on starting like a live show every Tuesday at Underground Studio. I don't know if you guys have heard of Underground Studio. It's a live band practice kind of spot where you know, merenguero y bachatero, they go there and they do live sessions every Tuesday night. Oh shit! So in the Bronx. It's in the Bronx. It's underground. Yeah, like Lenny Santos practice there. Like he'll pop up unannounced. Mad people, like mad musicians, will pop up there just to, you know, practice because it's a nice little spot. So they reached out and they said, "Hey, we would like for you to come and do a pre-show to the live music session." So we're working now on setting up. Me, VL13 Films, and DJ Dari. We're working to set that show up. That's something we're working on now. Okay. Before that, we were in LMP. We were doing podcasts and La Maximo Production.
How is it working with them dudes?
It's dope. It's dope. The space is dope. The energy is dope. Everything's cool.
Because I feel like I've always heard a lot of people like collab with them, but their brand hasn't really like, you know, I feel like they touch a lot of different things.
La Maximo Production?
Yeah.
La Maximo Production is a music platform.
Yeah.
They're very well known, so I don't know. No. I can't relate to whatever negative comments or whatever.
No, I'm not even saying that negative. I'm saying that, like, I feel in my mind, a lot of people don't know how big.
That's what they have huge. That's what I'm saying. They have a huge reach.
I've heard, obviously, we all heard of La Maximo Production, but only recently I found out, like, how big that shit is. That
their
crazy.
DJ network especially is, like, huge. Like, they got all sorts of big DJs under their brand.
Yeah. So how'd you start this Papi character? What got you to?
Okay, so it's gonna be the story's gonna be long. So when I first started doing when I first started wanting when the idea sparked into my head, like, yo, maybe I should do videos for Instagram, like, fuck it, like, why not, right? Yeah. And the reason that I wanted to do videos for Instagram is because my girlfriend, had bought me a camera, right, for Christmas. But I don't know why she bought me a camera. I've never taken a picture in my life. Like, who told this chick that I do, you know, Why
She
buy me a
was trying to
camera?
inspire you.
Right. No, she ran out of ideas. Like,
she wanted you to take pictures of
the
her.
fuck.
She bought that shit by mistake, and she was like, "Hey."
He doesn't like it.
Otro tigre se la regaló a ella.
También.
Oh, what do they call that when you give forward?
Regift.
No,
regifting.
it's not regift. Fuck. It's a term, but anyway. And then the camera was collecting dust. I was in school for business administration. Why the fuck would I need a camera?
Yeah.
So she bought me the camera. It was sitting. I'm like, yo, let me take it out. Let me see what I come up. So the first skit I did was me impersonating my mom. Cuando la mamá tan swapeando el piso, that is wet and she won't let you like step on it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what's going on in the house. Y hay fuego. As long you gotta wait until that floor. So that was my first skit. I put it up. I tagged Tommy T5K. Right. Didn't like it. Didn't comment. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Section 8's ball. He didn't comment.
Getting diagnosed with diabetes changes everything. Not just how you eat, but how you exercise, how you enjoy life, how you live. I feel like Walgreens just really gets it. From my local pharmacist, Sophia, always being so kind and encouraging, to all the expert resources and support with my meds, couldn't do it without them.
When you need to talk diabetes, Walgreens is here. Start managing your diabetes at walgreens.com/diabetes.
Hey, it's Kevin Hart with my friend Catherine O'Hara.
Tis I.
And we're cash backing on our entire holiday gift list with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
We are. How about cologne for Jack?
You know what? That's cash backing and it's in the air.
Ooh, and I love this scarf for Barbara.
And I love the cash backing.
Ooh, focus on the giving, Kev.
And one more on the list. Somebody named Kev.
Kevin!
Yes! How do you cash back? Learn more at chasefreedom.com. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Nothing. The following week, he had a stand-up show in Yonkers Comedy Club. So I went. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be near me. Let me go. Let me show support.
Yeah.
He saw me. He knew who I was. So that means he saw the video.
Yeah.
So he called me. He was like, yo, that shit's whack. Yeah, that shit's whack. I was like, yo, wow. But he followed it up with, it's whack because that's what everybody's doing. Like, if this is something you're trying to pursue, stand out. That's when the Dominican be like and the Spanish people be like videos was going around.
Oh
That was that era. So that's what I was trying to like mimic, but it wasn't working.
Yeah.
So I was like, I bet. So I went home. I did another video. It wasn't a Papi video. It was another. I forgot what it was. I forgot that second video. But I tagged him and he liked it. I was like, oh shit. The following week I went back to one of his stand-up shows, and he's like, yo, you onto something. He invited me to the Section 8 team gathering where they do skits and stuff every Thursday in the Lo Maximo production space. That's how I got introduced to Lo Maximo production. So there we started doing skits. I would hop on whatever skit they had going on. If I had an idea, I would pitch it, we'll film it, or whatever. And then we just started putting out skits. I started putting out skits with Tamu, with Ivan, with Brenda, with DP, with Espinal, with Carlito, with all those guys. Whatever. That wasn't working. Nothing was sticking. Like, and I didn't care. I'm like, yo, like I wasn't the type to be like, yo, this is not going viral. What's going on? Yeah. Because I was doing it because I liked it. So it was a passion. So I wasn't even looking at the followers. I wasn't looking at the comments. I was just putting it up, right? If I got one comment with a smiley face, I was happy. I was like, yo, I'm coming back next week.
I did something.
Yeah. So we stopped gathering. We stopped getting together. You know, everybody went their own way. And then like I sat back. I had an existential crisis. I was like, yo, who am I? Right? Like if I'm gonna continue doing this, I have to, you know, make my own lane. I have to, you know, be myself. I have to be myself. That's what I said. So who am I? Right? So I'm like, I'm Dominican as fuck. Like I'm hick as fuck. Let me put that out there. The first, I was myself. The first Papi video I put out was me being myself. Like the irritated as Dominican with the accent. That was me. And that shit went viral. The next video I did doing Papi also went viral within the week. I did the third video, went viral. The fourth video went viral. I had one after the other viral videos. One after the other. So I was like, yo, this is it. Right? Yeah, this is it. Like,
it was like some real.
Yeah, and then like the comments and then the DMs started blowing up. Like, yo, we've been missing this. Like, yo, we resonate. Like, the most popular comment I would get was like, yo, that's facts. Oh wow, you remind me of my grandma. Oh wow, you remind me of my dad. Oh, that's my mom. Oh damn, like you know my mom died. Like my dad died 2 years ago, and you reminded me of him. Like yo, and that like I feel like I bring nostalgia to people. Yeah. That's what keeps them around.
Have you had a moment where Like somebody's like, oh, I would like to meet you because of X, Y, and Z. Like Bago was talking about, he used to do this character Fernando, and actually some kid that had an ailment requested to meet Fernando, the party planner. Which is weird because he was promoting
like a sick kid,
a sick kid was liquor company. And he's like, bro, you know this is a character for a liquor company, but all right, I'll go. Have you had like that moment where like you're like, really, you want to see me? But okay.
Yeah, I had a mom reach out to me. She wanted me to do Papi at her son was 11 years old or something. So she wanted me to come by his birthday. And just recently, I had the U.S. Army Recruitment Center hit me up like, yo, we want you to come
Shout
by.
out to all you can be.
yeah. Like, yo, salute, thank you for your service. They reached out to me like, yo, can you come and talk to the new recruits? So that's pending. The weirdest one, church hit me up.
A church.
I mean, but you gotta come and pray.
A church.
But you're Dominican. You know how religious we are.
Huh?
To do a skit?
To do Papi.
Papi.
Like, they want me to talk. Yeah.
During Mass, though?
I don't know. He's like, yo.
I need to know these details, though.
I'll pull it up. The DM was, hey, we really like your stuff. We think you would be motivational to our congregation, is what they said. But if you come in, like, please be mindful that it is a church. Please be clean. I left that shit on red. I'm like, I can't. You know,
how are you gonna do Papi?
Yeah, I don't know how you.
Yeah, I can.
I
you
think
know,
you can't limit.
I'm curious
you
about
gotta
the army
exaggerate.
shit, though. I feel like that's weirder than the church.
Do you think the army thing is weird?
I think it's cool.
I think
it's cool.
weird.
First of all,
these dudes are like militant. You feel me? Like army people.
But it's there's new recruits. Like they're not broken down yet.
And let's be serious. Most of the people that they're recruiting are people of color, are Latinos, are blacks. So
they want them to give them their last laugh before they go get their ass.
I was gonna say like before they sign up, they get slaughtered. Like
before they go get yelled by their.
Or they're gonna have you there before they even sign up.
Yeah, like oh shit, we're gonna have comics over there.
Oh, that shit is good.
Just sign right here.
Just sign right here.
While you're
for
laughing,
the next 6 years.
Yeah, while you're laughing, 12 years at. But yeah, and then the church was like, it called me. I was like, oh shit. I didn't leave them on red because I didn't want to, I'm super.
You don't want to go to hell.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, sure. I said sure, but they haven't
like,
answered back.
Oh, you didn't.
Like, oh, word? You'd answer my calling? Yeah, you'd answer my. Fuck.
I have a friend that tells me his dad is super religious, and he says every time my dad sees me, he goes, "Jesucristo te llama." Because he doesn't like. He's not religious, so he doesn't go to church, and he goes, "Jesucristo te llama." His father. So you imagine that every day. So Papi, ¿cómo tú estás?
Yo, let me paint the picture. We're in the back of a restaurant, right? Dim lighting. Rick just looked in my eyes, stared open, like the eyes were wide open. He said, "Jesucristo te llama."
Damn. But you know that
chills down my back.
That's probably God speaking through me. Maybe you have to do that trick.
I would have. It would be interesting. I didn't knock it down. It would be interesting.
God would not speak through you.
He would. I would be the last person.
Hell no.
You're a fucking heathen.
I would be the last person.
Maybe Benny.
Yeah.
So I asked Juan this too.
Talks to me.
I think that it would be dope if you did a special too. Now it'd be hard. I think United Palace one day, a special, Papi special, but not just Papi.
Copyright.
You yourself. Damn man. We'll edit this part.
No, yeah. I feel like we need to talk.
Yeah, like what?
My business.
You pitching business ideas here? Like,
I feel like
no. I could see it happening. I think you have a lot of, especially this neighborhood. I grew up, born and bred in this neighborhood. They love the character.
People fuck with you in California.
Yeah. No.
And I told you off camera. My cousin from Florida. She sent me. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna interview Papi? Oh my God, he's so funny.
Yeah, the places that have reached out to me, like all around the world, like that's what's like it's humbling, like wow, like people in Kenya, like what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, like what the hell you doing? Yo,
bro, he's tending to the tigers and the lions. He's watching you on his phone.
That's fucking
wow.
Racist.
That's fucking no.
And I don't mean to be,
recently,
maybe he's not tending to
him. Recently, fuck shit. Recently, me and my boy Victor, we joined the gym, right? Not recently.
I've been watching the videos.
This is our fifth week.
Videos.
You gotta flex on
like the third day in the gym, this kid comes up to me and he's like, "Yo, we've been watching you since Ghana, like from Ghana coming over. Like it was
that's
like,
insane.
Yeah, like
in the weirdest place in the world, the gym.
Yeah. So and then like from Europe, obviously, mad Dominicans in Europe. Shout out to Europe.
Do you respond to them
Thailand.
in the Papi? Oh, like you're sweating your ass off in the gym. And this kid's like, oh my God, we've been listening to you since Ghana. Do you hit him with the Papi immediately?
I do, because I know that's what they want. So, like, if people reach out, it's weird, because why are you yelling Papi across the street?
Yeah.
So
especially if it's a dude.
It's weird. Yo, Papi! Yo, what? Papi! So I know if they say Papi or Mr. Nueva Yo, it's from IG, so they're expecting the, what happened? Why you doing? Why you problem? What you matter? Let me talk to you on
something. I think this is perfect. The guahapping.
Guahapping, yeah.
That's you.
That's the epitome of Papi.
By the way, shout out to Embroidery Kings.
Shout out to Embroidery Kings.
It looks dope. I like the hat. Thank you. I like the hat. I like the sweater.
Shout out.
Guahapping to you.
What happened for you?
Con yuca and everything.
I feel like it looks like a little bit like Shorty Low. You remember that rapper?
Shorty Low. Shorty get low.
No.
Was it that nice?
No, that was
Shorty get low.
I think that was slow.
He actually died, so.
Oh shit!
I don't mean to be.
Did he do a song with Omega? Because if he didn't do a song with Omega, I wouldn't know.
No, he didn't collaborate with Sergio Fernandito or none of those guys. So.
With Anthony Santos, no?
Tampoco.
Not even. Not even Romeo.
Maybe Anthony Santos.
A trip to Hobilu?
What's some of your favorite like music to listen? You said bachata.
Bachata, like, clásica.
What are your joints like?
Clásica.
Medicina de Amor, and things like that.
Carmencita.
Okay.
Maestra. Everything by Luis. Yeah, everything by Luis Segura. Everything by Chicho Severino. Everything by Leonardo Paniagua. All like anything by Leo Dan.
Yo, he's dropping
Blas Duran. Yeah, like
knowledge right now.
Yeah, like all those songs, like lo que me convence a mí la guitarra, because you can hear the sentimiento in the guitar.
Like back in the day, Papi playlist on iTunes. Then
I have one on Spotify.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Damn, you see?
I have one on Spotify.
Download that.
There it is.
Download like the guitar playlist. Talks to you, like ding 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 ding. Yeah. But back in the day, it was more acoustic. It was less digital.
So you're not a Romeo fan. I mean,
yes.
Shout out to Romeo.
No, I am a huge Romeo fan. I'm a huge Aventura fan. I'm a Romeo fan because I was an Aventura fan first. So I naturally.
So this guy right here, he would go to bed with Romeo. That's how much.
I would go to bed to Aventura all day.
Yeah. All three? All four?
I went to.
No, I mean like he would go to bed with Romeo.
Oh hell, okay, all right.
Enséñame a olvidar that shit. I was crying in my house.
I went to the KOB concert, and I was the only dude sitting in the front row with
singing word for word.
I was like, ah!
No, I'm be honest with you, I'm the same way. I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna go see Aventura, the spit and the sweat better land in my tongue.
Exactly.
So if you was with your girl,
poeta enamorado, like,
and you know how Romeo likes to take the girl, because my boy actually, his girl got picked. And she danced with him. I think he made out with her.
I think he made out with her.
Fuck out of here.
How would you feel if Romeo's like,
fuck out of here,
Benny, I'm hot?
It's not gonna happen. No, listen. I'll break up with her. I don't give a.
Before you break up.
How are you gonna go kiss Romeo and then come back?
Yeah.
And then come back to me like, this dirty. Tú estás como más sucio. I was gone for tú hiede. Like that's how I feel it would be. Or I would let her kiss him, right? And then I would kiss him through her. And then dump her. Hey, yo. So I could say, like, yo, my girl kissed Romeo. Like,
my girl.
No, but I wouldn't feel comfortable. And I don't think, like, you could say you're not insecure or whatever, or you're the most confident guy, but you're not going to let your girl kiss fucking Romeo.
Nah.
I mean,
there's no coming back from that shit.
There's guys that are
I let her kiss Rick or some shit.
And I'm petty, so like 2 months later, like, yo, why the fuck you tell Romeo? Like, exactly. You know, I'll be that. Like,
really? You gonna make out with Romeo again?
Yeah.
Tell Romeo to pay the fucking
Exactly. You wanna go out? Tell Romeo to come pick you up.
In his fucking top of the line car.
That nigga don't fucking drive.
Bentley truck, yeah, he does. You saw his
recently. He recently did an interview.
Him driving for 2 hours.
Cool. Yeah.
Damn, I'm not
pretty good.
Pretty good. 2 hours long. Him interviewed in a car.
The video was like an hour 15 edited on YouTube.
He was driving through FDR. They must have filmed for a really long time.
Yeah, so imagine the filming before the edit. I don't know.
Bro, he's Romeo.
He started downtown. Like in the video, you can see he started downtown and then like took the FDR like towards Brooklyn.
He don't give a fuck.
I don't know where he's going.
You think he picks up chicks in his car?
100%.
I would. Hell yeah.
I don't think he does.
I mean, when you're at that stature,
Romeo could open he could just fucking open his doors.
That's what I'm saying.
Right out here, and like 17 chicks will go inside.
No, yours here. We're talking about Romeo, but I don't think he. I think he has people that do that for him. Like I don't think he goes somewhere. He's like, oh,
nah.
and
Romeo's
girls hit on
picking
him.
his own chicks.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, they
picking
bring
his
like
own
50
chicks.
girls, and then they drink in. And
No, by
Romeo's
now
like,
they
I
should
like
know
this-
his. They should know his el gusto.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
And,
I
then they
think
all
that-
sign NDAs.
NDA, take away their phones type shit.
Like Derek Jeter.
But him liking fat girls, I think that's a lie. Like he just does that. Like he likes his big fake booty, like. Big,
you think so?
That dude likes whatever.
You
bro.
probably got like a Venezuelan joint.
But like them exotic, model type, Bella Hadid type.
That's true.
So besides Luisito
Damn.
Martin, who else and Raymond and Miguel? Is there another like
Influence.
and it doesn't have to be Dominican, a comedian, a Spanish comedian that you thought was dope?
It was like growing up, like off of not being in the limelight per se. It was always that's Dominican, Manuel minus P, Tommy 5K, like that whole team. Like I would consume their content.
Manuel minus P actually started out as a rapper, and he did a
Minus
song
P.
with my boy
That's
Lou
true.
Rock.
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember that dude.
And he actually now does a cooking show too.
Yep.
So
Sin receta, shout
that
out.
dude, shout out to him. That dude's been from the hood. He's grown with the times. So where do you think Papi's gonna be as a character 10, 15 years from now? Is there gonna be Nueva Yo Dos? This is better than the first two. Or
Don't sue us, Luisito.
you know what? And if you do the flick, 30-minute special, United Palace, and then you premiere the flick. Like it's a dual thing right there.
Bro, this
We're
is
gonna
the
be there
shit
for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I don't want people.
Just bring
que
the
se
little
harten.
guy and everything.
I don't want him to
You
se
do your
harten.
10-minute, 50. It doesn't have 10, 15-minute set.
Dominicans, we're gonna show up at like
Check.
3 hours,
Yeah.
2 hours in.
Yeah.
Halfway
That
through your
always happens
set.
though. I'm not even lying.
That shit always happens.
Yeah, we say our show starts at 9. People don't start showing up till 10:30.
For sure.
We don't start the show.
He
till
was
12.
on time to the show.
For sure.
We were
by 5 minutes.
But he was on time.
I was here.
He was here.
Even though he was waiting for that call,
He
like,
was.
damn, they're not
He was
close."
waiting. He was like, "Yo, is Rick gonna hit me?"
He was like, hold on, I'm supposed to be late.
Yeah, like yo, do they want me to?
He
come
was
or not?
testing me.
No, I was sitting in my car outside for the
Oh.
past 10 minutes. It was 6:50. I'm like, yo, he hasn't.
No, all these people knew you were coming. Shout out to the Monkey Room for letting us again.
Shout out Jacob.
Sit and do our show from the Monkey Room. Yeah,
Wait, hold
come
on.
down
Papi
anytime you
Jacob
want.
or
Hold
Theo
on.
Jacob.
I'm taking a piss.
What?
Time out.
You
Time
serious?
Time out, yeah.
Mid
Time
recording?
out.
I gotta take a piss.
Victor, can you?
I wanna just
Would
give
you
you
like
my
to
cup.
sit?
Vic, come in.
Grace, move over a little
Switch.
bit. So VL13 is also in the building.
What's up?
Shout out to my boy Mike, the mayor of Washington Heights, Dominican Power. VL13. So how'd you guys meet? That would be it.
Through IG.
You do a lot. You do a lot of the. Do you do a lot of the video? Like,
I film some.
All
of
the
this.
camera work is my man Victor.
So-
Victor, by the way, you look impressive in a male romper.
So that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, it was
Barcelito.
Barcelito. Yeah.
So how we met?
He shot that video.
Yeah. We met through IG because of Tommy and Ivan Manito.
Yeah.
And we met up at one of the shows at Yonkers. And it was like chemistry.
I mean, you
So
guys
many-
got a dope chemistry already because obviously the skits.
Yeah, and we look alike.
Yeah,
We're brothers. Yep. We're primo.
Related.
My favorite skit is the Eureka one because it is a take on that classic film where you're standing outside and you're like, "Shut up, stupid."
Yep. And that's all I want to bring. Like people just saying like, "Yo, that shit happened." That's it. Nostalgia, like.
I showed my
Res-
father-in-law, my
res-
mother-in-law that skit. She's Cuban, he's Puerto Rican, and they were dying. They were dying of
I feel like that
laughter.
type of shit is relatable no matter
It's
what.
relatable.
What kind of Latino you are. Like I feel like I feel like that's why Papi's so relatable because even if you're not Dominican, right? Like if you Peruvian, you Mexican, you Colombian.
It appeals more to immigrant because all immigrants go.
Everybody
through some
got a
sort of-
story of like, yo, that's my family member that got the accent that just be dropping
Wildin'
knowledge and
knowledge.
wilding and shit like that.
So, like, if you're whatever, you're not Dominican, you're still seen as a Papi. Shout out to Bodega Bams. He did a song called Papi.
Strictly for my Papis.
Off the album Strictly for My Papis. And he's half and half. So that's just how people view you. And you flip that. But what's your favorite skit that you shot? And then I want to ask Victor. what's
My
your
favorite skit, man.
Or they all like
They're all like my
babies, just like Bago said?
Yeah, like, cause I do a skit and then I'll like baby it and like, I'll bask in the glory of what the skit is doing at that time. But as soon as I do another skit, then that becomes my favorite skit. Once I do another skit, I'm like, yo, then that becomes my favorite skit. I don't have like.
You don't have one per se that you have like you have to watch this over again.
I watch all my skits over and over again because I laugh at my own shit. Yeah, I laugh at my own skits. Like I go back, I'm like, I can't believe, because again, my shits are improvised. I don't write none of my shit.
I was gonna say
Yeah. All my skits are improvised on the spot. So if we're sitting here and I'm feeling the energy and I'm feeling the environment and I'm feeling you guys and something comes in my mind, yo, let's do something. I'll do it right on the spot. I'm like, yo, here, hold the camera. Just react to what I'm saying. I don't tell you what you gotta say. I'll just go off of what I say.
I'm not good at that though.
Yeah, like my shit's improvised. So when I go back and watch the video, I'm like, yo, I said that? Yo, who says shit like that? Papi
No,
does.
but it's good though.
So I watch my videos. The video, like, if you want to ask me which video like took off, the first four, like the one at BJ's. Like, hey, do you sell chips here?
That shit was fun.
And you were like, what are you fucking stupid? I'm stacking up chips.
You eating chips? Like, we got Dorito, we got Lies, we got...
That's what I like.
Yeah, I like
and you know, I also like the one where you're in a restaurant and the guy's like asking you, oh, what do you want to eat? And you want a pastelito.
I'm trying to blend in.
That's viral on WhatsApp. That's viral.
That's another viral one.
And
a Dai Dream.
Dai Dream. Dai Dream. My wife was like, Dai Dream. When you said it, she started laughing afterwards.
Yeah.
Because when you translate, that's the thing about Spanish, you can't directly translate that shit.
And that I try to take advantage of that.
Another dreaming?
Oh, what?
What?
Yeah, I'm
what was your
laughing
favorite
now.
skit, Victor?
Well, the other day we shot one at Target. That he was a Target employee and he was sleeping in the shelves.
Oh, the one where he's holding the toilet paper.
And I come and like asking for vegan water. Yo, you know what's the vegan water?
Vegan water. Damn.
Yo, I think got that shit.
Vegan water.
Vegan water.
Some of that shit.
You
Nah,
cannot be.
I'm talking about
H without the O.
First of all,
I'm talking about the alkaline water shit.
That's
Oh.
not
That's
vegan,
like
though.
vegan.
That's like added pH balance.
Well, I follow this page called Alkaline Vegan News. So I just lump all that shit together.
So Craze, the world's most interesting man. He does know a lot of shit. Like
not interested.
well, every time I first of all,
You look like the Dominican most interesting man in the world. Like,
he
instead of
is
those X,
presidente. He is like he knows like the most like I'll
I know a lot
you
about,
think
like,
we
most
should do this?
obscure like facts, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's the weirdest facts you could tell me right now?
Oh shit.
On the spot.
No, but this dude's IQ is off the charts.
I don't know.
Anything, like the weirdest thing you come up with, like any fact that you could come up with now.
I don't know any facts.
Yo, Rick, why you
I
lying
don't know
to
what the
me?
fuck you lied about me. Have him put me on the spot.
Fuck
I don't know
Craze.
shit, bro.
You
I
probably
know
the
about
only.
weed. Maybe a little bit.
Oh,
sure.
Tenía que ser droga. Uno no se escapa de uno. Lo que ustedes vienen a este país a fumar.
Let
a
me
fumar.
guess. The next thing you're gonna say is hookah,
Hookah. I know
And
a good deal about hookah.
alcohol,
I don't know shit about alcohol. I don't drink.
alcohol.
He got twisted off of 2 drinks.
Because I don't drink.
No, que es Jesús,
Ay,
Dios.
Dios mío. No, Craze always been the hookah guy. We call him the hookah god.
Hookah God.
So that's his
Dios.
thing. And then
Like, you know the carbon ratio with the flavor ratio?
he
Carbon ratio,
fucking.
flavor
how-
ratio.
What's your favorite hookah? That you'll see, like I went to his crib. First of all, I don't smoke hookah.
Fumari brand, Fakina.
You see,
the best one.
like
That shit tastes like frambuesa. Like the
Oh,
frambuesa.
hey, Country Club from Boys.
That's
he,
what it tastes
he
like.
that's what he does. Like he mixes the flavors. And how do you like? He was the first one to put milk, ice, and all that shit. In the
That was you? That was years
He
ago.
does
I
all
went
that.
to DR until like 2009, and that was a thing.
I don't know if I was the first
He
one.
loves, but he loves doing all that shit. Like he does weird.
I like
Yo, by the way, you could put milk and ice in the hookah bottom instead of water, and it'll make the smoke whiter and thicker, and it'll make it easier down your throat if you had
Yeah,
a.
well, get us a fucking hookah.
We have a friend that he put sancocho inside a hookah.
Ugh.
He's not even Dominican.
That does not sound.
That doesn't
He's
sound
not
good.
I was in there. I was in the
Is
room.
he
so
Salvadorian?
I will not co-sign on that. Shout out to DJ Daddy, just walked in the room.
DJ
Daddy.
Daddy.
And
I think DJ Daddy was on one of the questions. I'm not sure, but whoever. Put
yeah,
the
you know what,
sancocho-
DJ Daddy? Fuck you. Testing my Dominican heritage knowledge. Who was the first president, DJ Daddy, of the United States, bitch? Oh.
Not the
No, I think we.
How many continents
Yo
are
Washington, there you
Yo
go.
Washington. Because
Oh,
we're
yo
right next to the
Latino,
George Washington
Latino.
Bridge. How many continents are there, DJ Daddy? 26. Pregúntale a mi amiga, what's her name?
What?
The girl that said that, what's her name?
I forgot. I don't know. I know what
She was in the Que Leon movie.
Oh, it's not Celine
No,
Torino.
no,
it's,
the maid. The maid.
Yeah.
Candy Flow.
There's a lot of people.
Candy Flow. Candy Flow.
There's
Shout out to Candy Flow.
There's a lot of people in that flick.
That was a good movie. We went to the premiere. That shit was dope.
And
that was
you
exciting.
got that kind of pull. I mean, I didn't even get an invite.
Yo, I'm gonna say that like Dominican movies and TV have like drastically improved over like the.
I mean, Jack Veneno
like 5 years, right?
is on HBO.
Yo, shout out Jack Veneno. What's the guy's name?
I've watched that shit like 4 times.
Manny Perez is gonna be on the show.
Shout out Manny.
Nice.
In March.
We don't have that pool yet.
Manny Perez will be on the show in March. I will hit you guys up. And he told us, he had told me, because I was like, I want to see Veneno. He was like, it's going to be on HBO. Then he put up the post, it's on HBO. He's patient, man. Like, he's a nice guy. He actually responds to me. We talk back and forth. Damn, I'm saying all this shit on camera. But Manny Perez, Veneno, HBO. It's on HBO. It's pretty good. I thought it was a good film. I want to see more of our films.
That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Nueva Yo. I would love to see Nueva Yo, La Saga, all those good movies that we have. What's the name of the horror movie?
Andrea.
That shit
all
was
those
fire,
movies are
actually.
great. If for all those people who don't know Spanish, put the little subtitles on and just watch the flick.
Yeah, I watch fucking Russian.
No, like Dominican's been putting out good ass movies for years. Like Perico Ripiao was another movie,
and they're doing.
So my shit about it is like I feel they've been making really good movies for a while, but I feel the production value
low, and I like that.
But now there's more money behind it, though.
But now it's improving the promotion, and then like now is that people.
Terrero, shout out to him.
My friend, 1 second. One second, please. No, like Dominican now is that these investors are like, yo, there's money here. Like, yo, there's a great deal of like not just Dominicans because our movies appeal to all Latino. There's a market in America. Let's invest. Let's bring it overseas to America. Let's see what it's about. And I'm excited. That's what I'm excited about. Like, if anything, I would definitely love a TV show, a cameo in a movie or something. Like, si esa oportunidad se presenta, I'll definitely hop on it.
But I think...
some shit that Bago said, too, it was just like the representation of Dominican so far right now.
It's not a positive.
It's always like, oh, he's a drug dealer. Yeah. Usually it's like, oh, he's a drug dealer.
Yeah, but like, that's switching. I don't. That's changing.
And I feel like this new wave is now like,
it's changing
let's
the
change
culture.
that shit. We could be.
Yo, shout out to Pio. Pio's doing his thing. Pio is on 3 movies already. One of them is a Hollywood movie.
Shout out, big time shout out to Pio. He first of all, when I saw the video of him with French Frank,
I didn't know
when I saw him with French, he's in Que Leon también.
Oh shit.
When I saw him in a video with
not
French.
Que Leon. It wasn't Que Leon. The Hollywood movie is with Master P.
I got the hookup part
I got the hookup
He's
too.
on the sequel. He has a small part in Que Leon or something like that. It's not Que Leon, it's another movie that.
The one before that, no, he was one of the protagonistas. Rico, something Rico.
Casi Rico.
Trabajo Sucio is the name of the movie.
So shout out to Pio big time because he's got a lot of shit to. First of all, 6'5" guy, handsome guy, he's got. Pio looks like a child, so not only is he battling the regular stuff that a Dominican would battle, but he's trying to change that, and he's pretty funny.
I love Pio. And he's
so
representing so well. Like everything good that's happening to him, se lo merece.
I feel like we need more.
We feel like that about you too.
Thank you.
When I called Crazy, I was like, listen,
The only reason I'm here is because you here.
He didn't want to do the show.
Stop it.
I was like, Papi, Mr. Nueva Yo agreed. He wants to do an episode, and I would love, because I wanted to get like they see you as the character, but I wanted them to know.
You wanted to dive
my name is John, and this is how I got into it, and I actually do stand-up comedy on top of that.
We did it for the club.
Yeah, I didn't, but I wanted.
I don't mind being used. I don't care. Úsame, yo soy masoquista.
Wow.
A mí me gusta que me chapeen.
Que te chapeen.
I just feel like that's why I did. Well, Bago I knew. I did the same thing with him, and everybody I interview, I want them to like open up and just let the audience know a little bit of who they are. Because I think if it brings the connection a little tighter.
My philosophy, something I live by, is collab over compete. I say that all the time. Collabing, tú abarca más que holding shit to yourself and being selfish. Because you never know. I don't know what people you know. I don't know what people you know. If I work with you, I might be connected to fucking Stan Lee and shit. Rest in peace. Like,
a lot of people don't feel like that, like, unfortunately. But
and especially our culture.
And we interchange audiences too. Like your audience I gain your audience and you gain my audience. Like,
Well, I mean, I have a small.
Yo, so his
little
audience.
tiny, so his audience.
our audiences are gonna have an orgy.
Audience sancocho.
Our audience is not that big, so you're not gonna gain anything out of this.
I don't mind again, collabo con Papi. If I could
No,
give
but I
you-
thought it was dope because you know one thing Dominicans do is like the first instinct is to be like, yo, fuck that dude. Like, why can't he shine and you support? Like we didn't do that with Cardi B. Everybody immediately got behind her, like, yo. But when it's a guy, it's a different thing. Like you automatically.
Yo, guys are struggling out here, yo.
Word.
We got it hard out here. It's
So-
hard out here in the streets for men.
Nah, I'm not gonna
It's
say
tough in these streets.
Yo, it's tough in these streets for men.
And we hate on each other. So instead of, first of all, los judíos no hacen eso.
Yo, so start hating.
The other cultures don't do that. So come on, can we stop? You know,
Justin, you heard him.
please.
Please, come on, 1 second, please.
Yo, Papi.
What happened?
Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much for everything. I love it here. Los dos cupetazos de presidente, uno está enterito, me lo voy a llevar para mi casa.
Papi doesn't drink president. Well, not
I drank one. I drank
Not American one.
What's your
I don't-
favorite? Wait, one more
wait,
question.
then.
What's your favorite hookah flavor?
I'm not a hookah like enthusiast. Like lo que haya in there que está prendido, yo me puedo pegar. Like I'll take a pull or a few. But que yo vaya a una bodega a comprar hookah flavor y carbón, no, that's not.
No, but if Victor's like, yo, I got this.
If it's lit already, yo me pego, aunque sea sabor a mierda, yo me pego. Ya
As
está
long as it's not
prendido.
fucking watermelon. That shit's the worst. flavor.
Whatever. No.
And do you get your cuts in the Heights? 'Cause I feel like you have to go to a barbershop.
Nah, the BX.
I live in Queens and I come all the way to the Heights to get a cut.
No, I used when I live.
I live in the Bronx.
I don't trust. I mean, there's a very few dope barbers in the Bronx. He knows some, but I come all the way from Queens. Gavilan, shout out to him. I don't trust other people.
Really?
doing
Nah, I have
that
3
shit.
barbers in rotation right now.
Oh, 3?
I don't give a fuck. Esa gente no me mantiene a mí. yo no me
One of them
puedo-
looks like Daddy Yankee.
Huh?
One of them looks like Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, and one of them is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter to me because I've seen. I got my hair cut by a Jewish guy one time in Queens.
Killed me.
And he nailed the fade.
What?
Nailed
He
it.
did?
Killed that shit. I was like, what?
Shout out to
All
all the
right.
Jewish barbers.
Shout out to Jews. And it's true what you said. Like we gotta support each other. Like I tell my family, right? This is going a little like personal, but like yo, it's like 25 of us here. Like tío, tía, family members. From the beginning, if they would have supported each other and like you know, were more connected with each other, instead of everybody trying to make it on their own, we would have owned half of New York City.
For sure.
We would, but everybody.
But we love the bochinte.
But
The
yeah,
bochinche and we love the hate.
yo, en Latinos, like, si tú dejaste la tapa, si tú no preparaste la greca en la mañana, ya yo no te hablo for the rest of the day, or 2 days, or 3 days, porque tú no preparaste la greca. Entonces yo me levanto y no puedo beber café porque tú.
Take that shit personally.
Yeah, like shit like that, we take petty shit like that. But like other people, like Jewish, I'm gonna take, ellos vienen, no, las son 10, se meten en un building. See, I'll buy the building, but I'll rent to my family. We'll buy the building, move on to the next, and buy the next building like
And
that.
then you build yourself up, and then you
And
get
then
your
put
own
somebody
building.
else on.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
And then it's like that in
That's-
Flushing with
Yo,
the Asians. It's
So
like
when
that
you
with a
buy
lot
the
of
building,
cultures.
I'm your first tenant.
Yo, got you. I got you.
First floor.
I'm gonna use your social first, bro.
Oh, good. My
gotta
shit's
use
already
it.
blown out. You
And
can use
and
that
I'm gonna take coupon in my building so you can pay rent.
Let's go.
Straight cat. Ralph, you got a question?
No, I just want to say I've been a fan for a really long time.
Wow,
My
Ralph.
favorite one was the one at BJ's.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. That's
a classic.
We used to watch it daily.
Yeah,
Me
that's
and
a
my
classic.
son.
That was the first one. The second one was I think it was the Uber one or the iPhone one.
No, I think the iPhone.
The
was
iPhone.
No, the snow one.
With the TV, with
The
the
pudding-
huge
That
TV. You
Uber
gotta,
one. I
if you
forgot
don't
about that
follow
shit.
him,
That one was fucking
it's
funny,
Mr.
too.
underscore Nueva York.
With
Mr.
a
Nueva
L.
York.
With an L. And Nueva, if you don't know how to spell that, then Google Translate.
Be corta.
Well, thank you. I never understood that. Be corta, be
Be
larga.
corta.
That I don't.
Well, by the way, Bob was with Be Corta, and he fucking.
So, an interesting fact that I know. You see a fact.
There it is.
Okay,
Oh,
there you go.
12 segments later.
Here we go.
Be corta, the Spanish B doesn't make a different sound. Be is be. That's why they say be corta y larga, because it's the same sound. We don't have a V
Ba-
sound. We don't have like
We don't have
Viviana.
vaca, vaca, vaca,
Random
It's
thoughts
back.
in the
Oh,
mind of
shit.
Craig's book.
It's vaca.
vaca,
Baca.
ba, Nueva York, Nueva.
Billete.
It's never nueva.
Bills. They have the same sound.
fuck are you talking
Isn't
about?
it
So it's just-
Vago? No?
It's just
Juan Bago.
It's Vago.
So Juan Bago, he's told us last time that he put the B because he didn't know how to spell Vago in Spanish. He found out.
He said my gringo ass used the B.
He found out.
And he
later
got
on
it
that
copyrighted,
It worked.
trademarked,
I feel like
and
it looks
everything.
better. Like it's more aesthetically.
Aesthetically,
with a V,
it does.
Because if you would have put a V in there, it looks weird.
Facts.
So Benny, you had a question.
No, I had a question before because when you guys were talking about barbershops.
Oh shit.
Because Dominican.
You want to be his
You
stylist now?
looking for one? You need one?
Why,
you need a
you
barber?
cut hair?
No, I don't cut hair, but I can put you onto a
The
really
DJ?
good one. The DJ.
What about Vic?
Nah.
None of
Nobody
y'all?
cuts hair. We got
I
our
cut
hair
hair.
cut.
Hey.
Nah.
My aunt used to cut my
Somebody
hair.
cut
My
hair.
aunt used to cut my hair para ahorrar los 10 pesos.
Yo.
My aunt used to cut my hair, just a
Yo,
zero. all
Well, my
around.
first 7 years of getting haircuts, it was my mother.
Yeah.
Real
So
shit.
you can imagine
Up until like 3
shit.
years ago, my dad used to make me cut his hair to save the money.
I could vouch for that.
Like I had to pay for my own shit, but he didn't want to pay.
It don't matter if it came out lopsided. So I don't know.
Luis, ven. And he would make appointments with him. Tú tienes que estar aquí a esta hora.
Oh no, he wouldn't make appointments. He would demand them.
Yeah, and he would set up the table, the chair in the specific spot in the crib.
in front of the TV.
And he would be ready.
Wait.
So he could watch TV.
That's funny.
Shout out to Don Luis, by the way. I love that man.
Shout out to Latinos, period. Like we got stories for days.
So, Benny, you got a question for? I'm sorry, for Victor?
What?
No.
Bro, I had a question with the.
Yo, I'm the.
You're still on the barber shit? Oh my
What the fuck was your question?
What was your barber question?
You got a question for
why
Victor?
are Dominican men fucking more faithful to their barbers than their women?
Yo, let me tell you something. Because they're more reliable. Let me tell you something.
Bro, why you gotta ask that on the fucking?
Listen,
Except Gami.
listen.
That's just a myth.
Yo, is it true or not?
Listen,
bro?
true story. My barber, he was the first one to give me a haircut in DR, and he's my barber here too.
God damn, that's
So, tú le sacaste papeles.
And how many girlfriends? ¿Tú lo pediste?
No, let me know something.
No, ese es Mario mío.
And how many girlfriends have you had in that span?
Maybe like 2, 3.
See?
There it is. There it is.
But why you gotta be putting us down?
Yeah,
That's
what's
what
going on
we're
over there?
talking about.
No.
What do you mean, you people?
You people.
What's up?
You Dominican too. So, do you have any other projects coming up besides stuff you do with Papi on your own, like a documentary?
Nah, this shit's about Papi.
He's a freelance filmmaker.
Yeah.
¿Cómo es que se llama la vaina? He'll take pictures, music videos, everything. So like, if anybody out there needs a dope ass filmographer, he's a freelance. VL13 Films is his IG. Hit him on the DM. Like he does very dope work. You can go on my IG on YouTube. Like you have stuff on YouTube that people can check out. On his page, you can see pictures. Like he does portraits and stuff for models.
No, I added him. I immediately.
Okay,
I was
so
like, oh, this is his
Wait,
boy.
what kind of models, bro?
all types.
Guys, girls.
If you need like,
You
some
want a
nude
model
pics-
now, Chris?
Yeah, if you need some nude pics, he'll
I
take.
want to be like a plus size model. I can't do that shit. Why?
You could do that. Why not?
Yo, you
2019.
Why you always trying to kill my dream?
I'm not trying to
It's art.
kill your dream, bro.
We're
I'm just
uplifting
saying.
each other.
Bobby, thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. It was amazing.
Yo, thank you
Everything
for
was dope.
making time, bro.
No,
I know
always,
that
always.
there's like 7,000 people hitting you up.
It's
and
cool. It's fine.
Nah, I meant a
all
lot
that.
for real.
For us, I wanted to have you on.
Thank you.
There's other comedians I wanted, but I wanted you because I felt like what you're doing is pretty.
Why you laughing?
That's my boy.
Why you making fun of me? No,
What's going on,
with
bro?
you?
How are you?
No, how about you? Is something happening here? 1 second, please. We have something over here going on. It's not very important, but 1 second. So how do you
any
guys
other-
get put on? Like, to me?
To you?
Interested.
I actually saw a really old video, and then I was just because I like comedy. I like to laugh. I rather watch something that makes me laugh. So I just started looking at different skits. And I was like, yo, this dude is dope, and he's smart. I didn't know when I heard the interview you did with Latinos Out Loud. I was like, damn, he's even smarter than what I thought. Because when you spoke on the show, you weren't talking as Papi. You were just being yourself. I thought they didn't ask you your actual name, which would have been a good thing for people to know. So I was like, damn, that's interesting. And the fact that you wanted to flip it, I was like, that's even better. So I need to have him on the show. So as soon as I heard that, and then I started digging up through other stuff.
Yo, real shit. I found out about you when I was in LA. And
Wow,
when I was in
nice.
LA, I started following, like, there's very few Dominicans in LA. Shout out Dominicans in Cali.
Yeah, I heard that's a thing. That's a movement.
So yeah, I'm on that group chat, whatever. dope movement, dope dude that's behind it. Out there's not a lot of Dominicans, so for me, I had to get like my fix of Dominican shit all the time.
Yo soy tu droga, papi.
Papi.
He goes like this when he sees.
So like there was like a few pages like Dominican problems, you know.
Shout out DP, shout out DP.
Tommy, like a few different pages, and your page. I was like, yo, this dude. And I was, but people love it out there, bro. I'm telling you, people love it out there.
The twist with the accent is, I mean, there's a lot of us that do comedy on IG, but what you do is completely different from what they do. So it makes
That's what I'm trying to do. That's thanks to Tommy, because Tommy made me think like, yo, who am I? Type of shit. So that's who I am.
And then I think that you being faithful and loyal to the people that you started out with.
And to your girl.
To your girl.
Yo, leave her out of this.
I mean, and like we off camera, I told you, yo, what makes you even better is that you stay humble, even though you got like however X amount of followers, you still.
Again,
so,
like.
Thank you for coming out again.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you.
And you're always welcome.
Thank you for
in
the
monkey room.
Thank you for the cerveza.
And there's more.
Can I get a voucher for the totones, you guys?
There's.
Can I get a totone voucher?
Everybody on live, join us later for a hookah. On Mr. Nueva Yo.
Yeah. Si cogen cupones aquí.
And the most expensive brugal they got. No, let's go.
What is the most expensive brugal?
It's actually
$25.
Papa Andres. No, you're wrong.
No, what?
No.
What about that ceramic shit, bro?
The most I have the most expensive one in my. It's one of the most expensive one is $5,000.
Yeah.
And it's called Papa Andre. The one I have is Siglo de Oro, and it's like
Siglo de Oro,
160.
Yeah. Siglo de Oro shit is dope. $5,000. It comes in like a ceramic.
$5,000.
Yeah.
$5,000, and it's because they only make like 100 bottles a year.
And that's Brugal.
That's
The
Brugal.
Brugal brand.
Papa Andres.
Nah,
So
Siglo-
cut us a
Siglo
check,
de Oro,
Brugal. Thank
is
you
like
for.
the blue label. Brugal. Like Siglo de Oro is like the blue label.
No, I think Papa Andres is the blue label.
Come on, nigga.
Siglo de Oro is like the gold label.
Yo, Brugal, yo, cut the check for these guys.
No, not for me, for you. I think that's a perfect unity. He just wants a drink. Next,
send a gift package with a bottle and a glass.
Next week is Tuesday. On Thursday, we'll be interviewing Dex, hand painted by Dex. He just got reposted by Mark Anthony. He's gonna talk about the piece that he did for Mark Anthony. He also does music, so we're gonna do both things with Dex on Thursday. Papi's episode will be on our YouTube this Thursday, even though we're live right now. And shout out to Justin, my main man behind the camera.
Justin's my favorite person.
And thank you for everybody coming out today.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Have a good afternoon.
Money making Manhattan. So what you think that I'm packing? To protect mine, I keep it on my lap and drive slow like the turtle, straight relaxing. Ain't no acting, we selling out caskets. 2 for 1, I shoot the one, ain't no scrapping. Got more money than the city that I'm repping. How? Where I'm from, New York, you know. Got more dough than that pizza shop you order from. Which one? Domino's. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Get your paper up, go and get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. Get your paper up. Get your paper up. Go and get your paper up. I'll tell you, straightforward, no run around. I'm going straight forward, I ain't backing down. Mi casa ain't your casa, so get out of town. Y'all say y'all making noise, but I don't hear a sound. I'm way hotter.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible.